Don't do this, I'm panicking. I'm panicking. No. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. And this is my first time ever playing this game, so I hope y'all enjoy, and let's get into the video.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Really?
Employee number 427's job was simple.
What's his job?
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
So like a robot.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Interesting.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What happened?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
What happened?
Something he would never quite forget.
What happened?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
That's sad.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh no, I turned it off.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Shut up, narrator. Oh no, I turned that off too. You can't? Who spilled coffee? Oh, what's in here? I'll probably figure that out later.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure. I'll follow your instructions.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You can open the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because I want to.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Shut
he
up.
Probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hey, yo, why do you have to say that?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here. when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the boss suffers losses, then that's what the boss chose. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
What?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to input anything, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input.
Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Why is it black?
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This might have just turned into a creepy game. No! Where am I going? Where am I going?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What is this? Whoa!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape.
Although this
Escape.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No. Keep on pursuing.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. I will escape.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Frick it. Yeah! Ow. My legs.
As the machine whirred into motion,
what is
Stanley
this?
was inched closer and closer to his demise.
Yeah.
He
No.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence
I'm panicking.
whatsoever.
I'm panicking.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped
If I
forever in his
don't
narrow
do
vision
this,
of what this world is.
if I do this,
Perhaps his
it
death
can't
was
see
of
me.
no great loss, like plucking the
No,
eyeballs from
no,
the blind.
no,
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to
no,
his brief
no,
and shattered
no,
life.
no,
Farewell, Stanley.
no, no. Oh,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Oh?
As Stanley
What
was
is
led
this?
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
what is this? Did I escape?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
What is
What
this?
exactly did
What
the
is
narrator
this?
think he was going to accomplish?
Did I escape?
When every path you can walk has been created for
What
you
is
long in
this?
advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, what? This is exactly how it was. This was exactly how it was. Those are the two doors. There's button sounds. The maintenance room. The early version of the maintenance room. What? What? This is so weird. The office. What's over here then? What is this? The boss's office. Screen from development of the boss's office. What? So it was that. Then it turned into that. Then it turned into that. That's crazy. What's over here? Underground, an early version of the underground portions of the game. What?
Party for him for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you?
If the voice recorded dialogue of the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years development, these are clips from the early takes that were not used in the game. Alright, what's over here? Freedom ending. What? No, come back, please. What's this? Countdown room. Zending. What is this? We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development. Each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing the viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Maintenance layout. Yep. Alright.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
What?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
What?
But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I'm back in my office. What happened? What happened?
All of his co-workers.
There's a vent over here somewhere.
Detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What's down here?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Where?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No.
You
not the right.
mother.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I got him confused.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I don't trust this. Ooh. Whoa.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I know what I have to do.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No.
What?
No,
There's
I
4?
restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Oh,
did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
no.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
That's what I'm
It was
saying.
right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Alright. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. What?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No. No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. No.
Okay, yep.
No.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
Why?
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Alright. Let's go. Okay, can we go through here? No.
Knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. Knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Let's go. Let's go.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't
What is
recognize this
this?
place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know
Let's
you put in a lot of
go!
hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Yay!
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
I did
people
too.
went fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Don't! Yeah, that feels weird every time.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow
See,
the line.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa.
7.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to
Wait, no.
apologize.
No.
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Alright.
Wait, cut the music. Go
Oh.
back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Really?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
All this.
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no. Not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Nah! Oh, I'm never gonna get used to that. Narrator? Where are you at, narrator?
Stanley, I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
I'm down.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Ooh.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh, alright.
Now, yes, this is
Yay.
exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be,
This.
Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
All
No
right.
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
right.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Deviate
You're
from the
telling
middle.
that's what this is? It's all
First
one
restart.
giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes?
What?
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Then don't.
And the timer stopped?
Oh?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
I think we did.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Yep.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
Yep.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
That never gets not weird.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so. Coming.
I don't know if I want to go down here. Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
Who's put
because
this
he
coffee?
believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Am I crazy?
My co-worker blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Wait.
Why did doors close
What?
automatically behind him?
Where are my feet? Where are my legs?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Oh?
He just hadn't found the words for it.
Am I dreaming?
I'm dreaming!
Yay!
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yay!
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
I'm flying! I'm
He
flying!
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And
I'm walking.
It too appeared. It was so much
Yay!
fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
No,
perhaps
come
the
back.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he
No,
hadn't
come
asked himself
back.
sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley.
Who is
found it
this?
Particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
I don't know.
This voice was a part of himself
No,
too.
no,
Surely,
no,
surely,
no,
if he
no.
could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
I'm in control.
That this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. He thought to himself,
Let me wake
I'm
up,
through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
please.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I
Please.
want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I am
I'm okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Ah!
someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Don't do this, I'm
Boss,
panicking.
I have
I'm panicking.
powers. I am real.
No!
Please,
Ah!
just
Ah!
someone tell me
Ah!
I'm real.
Ah!
I'm real. I must be
I'm
real.
panicking!
Hear
I'm
my
panicking!
voice.
Ah! Ah!
Everything went black.
Ah!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm a woman? What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on
that
this
me?
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
I'm
Then
dead!
he was dead on the sidewalk.
No!
Though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Call the
He
ambulance!
was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Shut up!
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And
No,
in
they
that
don't.
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
You're not
I
normal.
am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
What?
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! Well, everyone, that was the Stanley Parable. I hope you all enjoyed. And like, subscribe. If you all want to see more of this, I'll make a part 2. And without further ado, peace.